What's up, it's your boy Rudy A Blends, coming back with another haircut tutorial. Give me a second. I know not many subscribers don't know what I'm doing. Hold up, give me a minute, watch the video. Rudy A Blends back with another haircut tutorial. Now this tutorial we're gonna do a mid skin fade, and we're gonna do the first ball line. We're gonna do it based on the shape of his head shape, and he really doesn't have a big occipital bone, so we're gonna do a nice drop going towards basically his head shape to make it nice and smooth. Now I am using the clippers. Instead of using the harsh guideline, I'm going all the way up towards the mid skin fade line to make it more easier and efficient for me to blend. Now we're going to use our four shavers. Now I am flicking the wrist and using most of the corners while blending. Basically just fading all the way up. Once I reach almost to the top, then I'm like flip the clipper and then go down with it so I can fade nice and fade with it. Now we're gonna use the first guideline. We're gonna go ahead and use it halfway open, and we're gonna go about an inch high. Now I usually like to leave the guideline more bigger on the back of his head than on the sides, especially because of his hair is so thick and so dark. I think it's more easier and it will look even more better if you exceed nice with a nice smooth extended blend. Now in some cases the tight blend will look pretty dope, but when you have a nice dark hair, sometimes it's gonna look like a chili bowl instead of looking like a nice blend. Now after, we're gonna use the lever closed, all the way close, and we're gonna be using most of the corners. We're going to be using 2 to 3 teeth of the blade. We're going to be fading all the way up towards halfway of the guideline. Now we're going to use the number 1 guard open, and we're going to be using it by 1 inch of a guideline. We're just going to be fading nice. We're not fading right now, we're just doing straight guidelines right now. So what I like to do my guidelines and then down fade from there. I personally feel like it's a little bit more faster, and I know making guidelines sometimes takes a little bit longer. If you just can down fade it all the way straight down, then that's even dope. That's even more faster. It's like 2 times more faster. But now once I use all the way open, then we're gonna skip the 1 guard halfway, number 1 guard halfway, and go with the 1 guard close, and we're just going to be fading from there. We're going to go all the way up towards the number 1 guard open, but we're going to be using the corners, the 2 to 3 teeth of the blade. Now we're going to use the number 2 guard all the way open, and we're going to make another guideline, but instead mostly of a guideline, we're going to be basically shaping his head. After number 2 guard, I really like to use clipper over comb, and after clipper over comb, I like going with the number 2 and going straight up and basically shaping his head with the clipper. After number 2 guard open, we're going to close the 2 guard all the way close, and we're just going to start fading from there. Now we're gonna use the 1.5 guard all the way open and then all the way closed. Now, on this case, I really like to do it as soon as I'm doing it. I usually like to do like one open all the way and then one close all the way. But when his hair is so dark, I really tend to get lost where his head is. I mean, with the guideline, the fade I'm trying to fade at. So I really just like doing the same spot right there, and then I'd like to take it out the same spot when I'm using dark hair, when I'm fading dark hair. Now I am fading the guideline between the 1 and the 2. So I am fading the guideline between the 1 and the 2. And this is just supposed to soften the guideline. Now we're gonna try to take it out with the 1 guard open using the same exact method. The corners, 2 to 3 teeth of the blade. Now we're going to use our half guard to take out this guideline. I like to do 3 steps with this guard. Close, halfway, all the way open. Close, halfway, and all the way open. Now this, you should really just take your time and really start fading with this specific guard. If you go too high, man, you're going to start all the way over. This is by far the step that really takes the longest step out of all of them when doing this specific technique, because really it just some parts you really gonna have to fade more higher, but when you really not. So for example, so my client right here, behind his ears, he does have a little bit like a dip. So when he has like a dip, you really have to just really put the fade steps away and just use your barber skills and come in handy, your detail skills, and just try to make that little piece of the part blend as smooth as possible without even them noticing. Now I came back to do some detail work. I did with the number 2 guard all the way open. I felt like that was too much of a little bulk of weight for me. My client does really like having the weight of the line sometimes, but typically he usually just likes to leave the weight on the back, not really on the sides. So I'm just doing detail work, trying to make the blend as perfect as possible. Now right here I switched clippers. I did with my 1 guard open. As you can see, I feel like that big old line is still right there. So I do my skill set right here and just do the best I can. As you can see, I see a big old line right there between the 1 and the 2 and the big old line from the 0 guard line. So I usually do the half guard after and then the lever halfway close and just play with the lever as much as I can, and then boom. This is my fade. Rudy A Blends. You find this video helpful? Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you until next time.